I didn't even look.
I know we're on now. We're official. So this is take 2, but we are excited to see all of you tonight. Welcome to our Team All In Rise and Shine call. We do these calls every single week. So if you are new to our company, new to our team, we invite you that every single weeknight, not every single weeknight, every single Sunday night, you can come and experience and hear from an ambassador, just like our special guest tonight. My name, like I said, is Jen Mango. I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I've been with the company almost 6 years. It'll be 6 years in July. I cannot believe it. The best decision I have ever made in my professional career, for sure, and for my family and for my life. I do not know what I would do or be without Plexus, the products, and the people. I have my very dear friend, Stephanie Ragsdale, here with us tonight. Hey, Steph.
Hey.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being with us. Stephanie and I, we have had the pleasure of knowing each other. We did not know each other prior to Plexus, but we met about 4.5 years ago, almost 5, when Stephanie became an ambassador. She lives in Missouri. She's a senior gold ambassador, which just means that as a full-time nurse, she has rocked working a business, this little side gig. So I'm super excited for her to share with you tonight, because I really think you're going to be inspired, you're going to be encouraged, you're going to be motivated, and you're going to have probably some of the same questions that are in your mind right now. She's probably going to answer for you. So Steph, without further ado, if you don't mind just sharing a little bit about what brought you to Plexus initially and your journey so far.
Okay. Well, when I first started Plexus, we were in the middle of planning three weddings, and I knew I had to lose weight for those weddings. So nothing had ever worked before that I had ever tried, and so I thought, well, I'll give it a chance. A friend of mine kept posting, and she was showing me really great results, and a lot of people were seeing good results with it. And I thought, well, what do I have to lose? I'll just try it and give it a try. So I actually tried the sample packs first.
Oh, yeah.
And that I got hooked. I really liked it, and I was seeing results. I was even eating wedding cake and still losing weight. And so some of my friends are like, "Whoa, you can still eat cake and lose weight." I'm like, "Yeah."
Sign me up.
There you go. So that's what started it all.
That's amazing. And you have had quite a journey, and we're going to get to some of that in a minute. So you, as I mentioned, have been in the health care industry. You're a nurse. You've worked in many different roles as a nurse. And so I know that your background probably played a part in looking at these products. So what was it that attracted you to Plexus because of your background and your knowledge?
I love the fact that they were all natural products. They were all plant-based. There weren't a lot of synthetics. There weren't artificial colorings, things like that. And the side effects, there just weren't the side effects that you see with like antidepressive drugs, different things like that. And so that's what really drew me to it. You didn't see the jitteriness with some of the medications that you buy over the counter for weight loss. It looked like a more healthy, natural way to lose weight.
So true. And so do you mind sharing a little bit about your own personal recent results?
Yes, I actually love the new MetaBurn. I started the MetaBurn, and actually I take VitaBiome in the morning also, but I started the MetaBurn in the mornings in January, for 8 weeks, I took it straight. Well, I'm still taking it, but but in the 8 weeks period, I lost 12 pounds and 10 inches. And I have to say, you want to make sure that you measure and take pictures, because until I saw the pictures side by side, I had no clue how much I had lost until I saw those pictures.
The transformation is so amazing. If you haven't seen it, make sure you ask or have somebody show it to you, because Stephanie's transformation is amazing, amazing, amazing.
Thanks.
Progress. I love it. And you were telling me before, you take VitaBiome in the morning. What does that specifically help with?
I take VitaBiome in the mornings with the MetaBurn, but the VitaBiome, what it does is it helps with anxiety and stress, because I am always busy on the go, and there's a lot of people that are, but nursing sometimes is very stressful, and so it really helped to get me calm. And the MetaBurn also decreases cortisol, which cortisol is what makes us gain weight in our belly, in our hips and legs, which is where I was always gaining weight.
Yeah.
And so it has really made a difference in that.
That is an awesome little tip. I think so many people that are familiar with Vital Biome just think it's just strictly for anxiety, and maybe not thinking about the ramifications of anxiety other than what they typically deal with, but thinking about weight gain and being able to do something natural that's preventative that helps you further that process for your success I'm going to make sure I'm taking that every day now.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you've been taking the products now 4.5, 5 years, and have had ebb and flow in your life, but you have stuck around for business. And I know you weren't initially looking for a business per se. So let's talk a little bit about what your Plexus income has meant to you and your family.
Okay. Well, first off, what was funny is when I first started, I wasn't planning on doing this as a business at all. Like I said, I had some people sign up under me because I was eating cake and losing weight. They thought that was pretty cool.
Right.
And so the very first month I got a check, and at the same time I had to go buy a car, a used car, but still a car. And I had a car loan, which I've never had a car loan before. And I was freaking out because I had to go to the bank and sign these papers. And anyway, when I opened up the check, which this is back when we got it in the mail, and so, paper checks, yeah, it was actually $50 more than what my car payment was.
I remember that.
I snapped a picture of it and sent it to my husband, and I'm like, "Are you kidding?" And he's like, "Is that legal?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
We're legal. We promise we're legal.
We promise.
We're good. I know it almost at the beginning, I was the same way. It was almost like, where's all this money coming from?
Right.
It was just so easy when you just realize that, because we share all the time anyway. Everything that we do, if we go get our haircut somewhere we like, we see a good movie, we eat a great meal, we're sharing that anyway. This, at least we get paid for it when we share Plexus products. So that is an amazing testimony. And I love that, back then, like, that was a huge thing that was so important to you. And how cool is it that Plexus showed up and the blessing showed up, that it was more than what you needed for that moment. So that's awesome. Love that. Okay. So I know that there's lots of other things that kind of come along with this Plexus gig that maybe we don't know about at the beginning. And I know you're planning on coming to convention. I get to see you very soon in June. So convention is a lot of fun. If you want to talk about convention or some of the other fun perks that you've experienced, what outside of a check and some amazing products have you experienced with our company?
Well, one thing that I totally love and I have been really surprised with is I get to meet all new people. I would have never met Jen. I would have never met any of the group down in Texas at all had it not been for Plexus. And I feel like you guys are just great friends, sisters. I mean, I just love to see you. And I hate that it's just once a year that we get a chance to get together. But I love being able to meet new people. And I'm kind of an introvert, so I don't normally get out. So to be included in a group and meet new friends is a really big deal. So it's been a lot of fun. So I think that's probably one of the biggest takeaways.
I love hearing that. It is very much a community, not a cult, but a community of people, because even though we just see each other on average once a year, sometimes it's been 2 or 3 times, right? But even with that few amount of times, like, because we can all see our family 3 or 4 times a year at Christmas, like, or extended people, right? I'm not talking about people you love, but people you have to see, right?
Right.
Well, they're catching what I'm putting down. I like, feel so close. We feel so close to each other, but that's through the power of social media and through opportunities like this. And so even though we're not together physically, you really do build this community of friends and support and encouragement that I've never experienced anything like this outside of Plexus. So I think it's been an amazing gift for me as well. So thank you for sharing that. So our last little question here is going to be, there may be somebody watching, or maybe somebody that's fairly new, that's like, I don't even know, like, they might still be at that stage that you were at the beginning, or I was at the beginning, like, well, I'm not going to sell this. What would you say to somebody that's maybe on the fence with sharing this opportunity that they've come across, or even maybe somebody who's just considering becoming an ambassador? What would your advice be?
First off, I totally get it. When I first saw it and people were telling me about it, I was like, oh, that's too expensive. I can't do that. There's no way. And I come from a very small rural town in Missouri. So we're not like in Dallas. We're not, our people here just, $100 is groceries. So, it's a big deal. Um, and so I was really hesitant. That's why I did the samples. And so I really think sometimes giving people some samples and talking to them or asking them to buy a trial pack just to try it makes a big difference. But once they try it and you see the results, it makes a huge difference. And if you can get them to understand that they're not the side effects like there were with the antidepressants that they're on, if they could get off of that and take something natural to help them with their anxiety, it makes a world of difference. And just starting into it and realizing that overall health makes a big difference in so many different ways, that it's definitely worth it. Yeah. And there's no risk. It's a 60-day money-back guarantee. They can still get their money back if they don't want to be in it. And of all of mine that I've had, probably well over 200 people who have ordered, I've only had one that ever returned anything back. And it was just because that product didn't work for her, but she kept the rest of them. So, the return is slim.
And Plexus, I think people think too, somebody's like, you sign up for some subscription. It's like, well, I'm open between the hours of 9 and 2 on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And Plexus is not like that. They're quickly available. They're more than generous. And we have not had any negative experiences in our almost 6 years of dealing. And the products might not be for every single person. I like to say, though, we always have a product that will work for you somehow, but it sometimes takes some ebb and flow and figuring that out and trying things. And that's what's great about that 60-day money-back guarantee as well. Well, you, Steph, have been so fun to hang out with tonight. You make this so fun for me and easy to enjoy. I know that everybody else loved getting to hear from you. If I can twist her arm, I will have her share in our comment section, or maybe I'll do that for her if she gives me permission, of her recent transformation, because I think it really, truly will inspire you. I also want to commend Stephanie. She doesn't like a lot of attention like this, but we have a incentive going on this month that she is working to earn, and she is just one person away from earning an iPad for herself, which, you guys, if you know, is an amazing, amazing accomplishment. So congratulations to you, friend. I think that Stephanie is in a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful example to all of us, that if you are determined, you can make and find the time. And if you are determined, you can help people where they need to be helped, even when they don't know it. Just like Steph said, even when money is an objection, showing people, being patient, taking time to listen, and then truly helping people. And that's what Steph is such a great example of, that I've had the privilege of seeing over the last almost 5 years now. So I'm very grateful to you. Thank you for spending your evening with us tonight. Everyone, stay tuned for next week. Another Rise and Shine edition will be coming to you with another great interview. All right. Good night.
Good night.